Hi everyone, I'm super excited and blessed to do a 500 subscriber special video just to talk about my YouTube journey and share my experiences. For those of you who are watching my channel who want to get an idea of the behind the scenes on my videos, and for those of you who just want to understand what it's like to start a YouTube channel and what the YouTube journey encompasses, this video is for you because I just want to be very transparent, because a lot of the times in life we sort of see people in specific places in their life and sometimes they've achieved a lot or whatever their situation is, and we don't actually understand all the details of how they got there. Sometimes it's just pretty mundane. It's just, you know what you have to do and you just have to keep doing it. But I want to talk to you a little bit about what my journey has been, also just to document that and to just talk about the progress of my channel and just to share with you these experiences, just to share with my audience, and I'm super excited to do so. So basically, to start off with, I guess I started my channel around 3 months ago, and actually the idea of starting a channel came to me about 2 years ago. Okay, so I've been watching YouTube for a very long time, probably since I was like very young. So I mean, since it maybe 5 or 6 years after it came out, since 2010. But then the idea came to me 2 years ago, but I only decided to actually start it like a few months ago. And even then, it was a process. I had to kind of think about a lot of stuff. I had to think about setting things up. There's lots of stuff you have to think about. Even just starting the channel, I knew I wanted to do math education videos and create infinite free accessible math education worldwide. But then I sort of needed to figure out things like I wanted to set up a personal whiteboard in my home. So I had to get a whiteboard. I had to figure out the dimensions of the whiteboard, according to my height. I had to think about that. Then I had to get a microphone. As you can see here, this microphone. I really value good quality audio. I think it's super important in videos. That was what I sort of read around when I was starting my channel. So I got this microphone just to kind of make everything really clear. I'm using my iPhone camera. I haven't got a fancy camera yet. I think it's okay. I think as my channel scales up, I may invest in some more fancy equipment, but I think for now it's fine. As long as everything is clear and readable, which I think it is, and the audio is good quality. And I also thought about, I had to set that up, thought about what kinds of math I wanted to do. So initially I decided I would sort of just start off from very basic math from the very beginnings, which is why my first video was on the number line, and then to kind of like build up from there sequentially. But eventually, as I started doing that, I was so much stuff I was so excited to talk about that required a lot of background, and I was thinking, oh, like it might take years to get to that if I do it at this stage. So then I thought a better thing is just to do what I like to do. And at the time I didn't have an audience, right? As I started, I had a few subs maybe. So I knew I could sort of play around with the content and experiment. I think that's sort of the way to look at it positively. I think getting 1 million subs from day one the 1 million subs will want to see something specific. But if you kind of like starting from the beginning, you can sort of play around with the content, which is what I try to do. And I think in terms of where I thought my channel would be at, I did not have any specific ideas about numbers of growth. I did not have that. I was extremely positive about my channel. I believed that I would get my channel really big. And my goal still is, and I am still far from that goal, which is to get millions of subscribers. That's like the sort of the stepping stone. That's my goal. And I didn't exactly know though when the growth would come, what would come. So I wasn't too bothered about that, but just trying to create videos that I enjoy creating. And as my channel grew, to try to cater it to the audience. So that's what I've been trying to do. And in terms of like, the process of creating these videos, it's a workflow. So I think I definitely got more organized over time. I had some random issues. Okay, so just to give you an idea of how things can sort of come up. At some point, my whiteboard stopped working, like it didn't erase, and then I had to get a replacement. And that was stressful because like I was creating videos, and then I was like, okay, like it was like I didn't know what the problem was, but the whiteboard company was super nice and they gave me a replacement. And then of course, like, creating thumbnails and titles, I had to sort of think about what I wanted to do. That was a learning curve. Everything was a learning curve. I don't really know what's going to get the clicks. Okay, so the point of titles and thumbnails, as a viewer, you see a home page, you see the titles and thumbnails, you decide to click on it, and it's human psychology. What's going to like drive you to click on it, right? What kind of title and thumbnail is going to drive you to click on it? So I started off with titles and thumbnails where it was just like me at a whiteboard because that's the video. Then I try to use some more fancy titles and thumbnails, like thumbnails especially. Like I used Canva. Canva is a very cool software online for creating, free thumbnails. You can use it to create these designs. And so what I try to do as a workflow was just to kind of, rather than sort of, think about everything, because I sort of thought, I can spend hours and hours on a video and it just may not take off, like, especially at the beginning. There's some luck involved. So I didn't want to be that. I wanted to kind of just create the content. The quality of the math content should be high. But create the content and have a workflow, spend no more than 3 minutes on the thumbnail and title, or 5 minutes on the title and thumbnail. So that's what I did. I just would look at some random designs for inspiration, see what looked nice, and then just think about what could grab the viewer's attention and then create it. And over time, I've been helped by seeing the metrics. YouTube has a metrics. We have a studio. You can see what the click-through percentage is. You can see how many times the video is getting shown, the impressions. You can see how much people are watching. So yeah, over time, it's been hard to kind of see where to improve really, because a lot of the metrics have just been going up over time. As my audience has increased, it's just been easy. For example, just to give you an idea, I think for 2.5 months, I had maybe like, 100 subscribers basically. Like, so for 2.5 months. And then in 2 weeks, I gained like 400 subs. And now I'm like at 517 as of recording this video. And that's just like when I had 100 subs, it was very, very good. If good video would get 100 views, right? So, and many didn't. I mean, they would get 80, 90. But now, like, I release a video and it gets several hundred views very quickly by default, most of the time, almost all of the time. And sometimes it gets thousands of views or 1,000 plus. So it's just like things get scaled up. So it's hard to say the videos now, are they better? I don't really think so. I think of course I've got more experience. I do try to think about the retention. You get retention graphs. So I try to, and I'm speaking from my heart, by the way. I actually haven't scripted this. So I'm not like having cuts or anything. I'm just talking from my heart about what I'm feeling. So yeah, so I mean, in terms of retention, I just sort of look at the graphs and see, you get a graph, what % people click off, as the graph kind of goes down. And so by looking at that graph, you can get an idea. I think it's natural. Every graph of every person on YouTube, probably it drops over time. I mean, it can't increase. You can't get more viewers. Sometimes it increases locally because people may skip ahead, but it can't increase significantly. But the thing is to try to stop the decrease as much as possible. So I haven't done a deep dive of analysis into that, into seeing where people are clicking off. Most of the time, the retention graphs have been getting better over time. And I think I've tried to get to the point faster in the intro. It's tough to say, because some videos where I didn't have high retention graphs and some videos where I did had lower retention graphs. So sometimes it's just random. But I try my best to try to like see where I can kind of modify things. So that's been a journey. And I think just talking a bit more, which I think is important, talking a bit more about the process of growing the channel. I said that I didn't know exactly how it would happen, but I believed it would happen. And this is the thing I want to encourage you. If you're ever thinking about making a channel, it is really a matter of, I believe very strongly in positive thinking. I think you have to have a vision of, or it's my perspective. Like, I believe one has to have a vision about, what you want to go, where you want to go in anything, and then try to figure out where to go, and just like keep doing better all the time. Keep working hard, keep doing better, keep trying to find ways of improving, and it's just a matter of time before the video takes off. And I think in terms of why my videos, so at any stage there's always like a range of possibilities. So I think the top YouTuber, Mr. Beast, I think he has the most subs on YouTube, 300 plus million subs. There's a metric somewhere that it took him 4 years to get to 1,000 subs. But there are many channels that would get to 1,000 subs very fast and never reach anywhere near those heights. So everyone's journey is unique. But it just goes to show that growth on YouTube is, I think, exponential, in the sense that it is these singular videos at every time that sort of has helped my channel grow. When I had 30 subs, I had a video hit 1,000 views. It was about root 1 plus root 1 plus root 1, etc. Prove that's a number. I had no idea that's the video that would blow up. I thought all my videos were pretty cool. That video somehow, for whatever reason, took off. And in fact, I'd done a video on that already, and that had 100 views. And that was like calculating it. And then I did a video proving it's actually a number, and that hit 1,000 views. And when I did that, that got my sub count to 100. So it got from 30 to 100, which of course these are small numbers, but you can sort of see the factor it's multiplying by. It's multiplying by a factor of 3 in a matter of a handful of days. And I had my channel for about 40 days at that time. So 3 or 4 days later, I tripled my sub count. Then it went back to normal. It was still at a higher, the lowest points in terms of views, like per day. The low points have been increasing over time and also exponentially. So then I was sitting at 120 subs for a month and I was uploading. Then one week I was like, I'm going to try to do something. I'm going to upload 5 videos this week. And I uploaded a video on log differentiation, uploaded a video on radians versus degrees, why is a right angle 90 degrees, and another video I can't quite remember, but then I had a video on why is the exponential function the only function equal to its own derivative up to a constant multiple. And these are just videos, when I record videos, I don't think all that much. Like I always get ideas and inspiration. I love YouTube, so I love making these videos. So, in the back of my mind, I get ideas. But I think I was just recording. I was like, oh, this may be a cool thing. I remember this. So it's just a really beautiful trick. It's, if f prime of x is f of x, you can take f of x by e to the x and differentiate and show it 0. And therefore, I won't give you the spoilers. Okay, so I won't give you the spoilers, but there is some process. But you can actually do this in a 5-minute video. I did this in a 5-minute video. And this took off like crazy. It reached 10,000 views in a few days. And my sub count just went from 115, 120 to, now it's at 517. Other videos since then have helped a little bit along too, but that video has been still getting views, even though it's been 2.5 weeks. All my videos flatlined until that time. So I was kind of wondering, even the root 1 plus root 1 video, it flatlined. It reached about 900 views or 1,000 views, and then it flatlined. And it just wasn't getting any more views. And it was confusing because obviously people were interested. So I was wondering why YouTube didn't recommend it to more people. But now what's happened is after this new video, the other videos that flatlined in the past are now picking up and getting views. This video has brought in a lot of subs. So it just sort of goes to show, I had no idea at that time that this would happen. And it just changed the course of my channel. And I think it was the regular uploads that helped, just keeping the momentum going. It creates the impressions. It lays the foundations for the videos to blow up. And it's just a matter of, there is a luck factor. There are any number of videos one can do. That's a cool video. But the other videos I thought were cool too, that have been getting views. Now that I have more subs, they're getting views easier. But not as much as that. So I think it's just like creating content. And for me, I want to emphasize, it's not about the views, honestly. Actually, a lot of the content I make, I don't expect it to go viral at all. They are like lecture style content. I have lectures where I teach some concept. I don't think that a video teaching a specific concept, over time, it would be a valuable resource to people. But at the moment you release it, it may not strike a chord that everyone wants to learn about this, because at a given time, probably people learning that will learn it. For example, I have limit videos, differentiation videos in calculus. I expect that these will be a great resource for people over time, but if I upload it on a Thursday in October, around the time of the academic calendar where people are learning, it will get some views. That's a good time to upload. But it's not that, unlike the video with the exponential function, that was a general interest topic. It was a cool kind of question, like root 1 plus root 1, why is, etc. Root 1 plus root 1 plus root 1, etc. Why is that a number? Just generally interesting to people at all levels of math, whatever they're doing. And that's why I think it sort of went viral. But I'm trying to, I want to create education. So I like making these viral videos. I definitely try to squeeze in videos like that are interesting to people. They also provide value, of course, but I'm trying to sort of build lectures and teach math. So that's also a big passion of mine. But I think the two go hand in hand to kind of bring in people to the channel and help, provide an education at all different levels of math. So that's sort of been the journey. And I think it's just been interesting to see, I think, how the video kind of surged. As I said, just to give you another metric, I think it was just at the beginning for the first 1 or 2 months, getting 2 hours, 3 hours watch time a day was huge for me. I was so happy. I would get 100 views in a day. That was a very successful day. I was really happy. And then now it's when that video was surging, I had a max view count of more than 3,000 views in a single day. Every hour I was getting in the max view counts was around 200 views plus an hour. Um, and even after that video has not gained traction as fast, even though it's sort of like stabilized, I'm still getting at least 1,000 a day just by default, even in dips, 1,000 views a day, which is really cool. It's a huge blessing. I'm just so grateful for it because, you know, it's easy to take it for granted, but knowing kind of the process and how difficult it was to get like 1,000 views was like my total channel views was 4,000 like 2.5 weeks ago, and now I'm at like 25,000 views. So it just goes to show. So I think what I'm trying to sort of say is it's more about just sharing with you my experiences, and sort of sharing, you know, I didn't know this would happen. I just kept going with it. It might have taken another month. I was committed to going with it. And I think for me, that's the attitude. It's like whatever it takes, you know, keep improving, keep producing content, trying to improve. I think there are lots of factors. I can't give a scientific reason why the channel has grown to the level it has so far. It could have theoretically it could be much higher. There are channels which get to 500 subscribers much faster. There are channels which for years may not get 500 subscribers. So it's definitely factors which I think I'd like to share. I mean, whatever I know about it. I think for me, I do believe the regular uploads. I'm confident in you know the math education I provide. I love making these videos, and I think it shows. And definitely love providing videos that kind of explaining concepts in short videos. I think is definitely providing value, and that's helping. I think also it's interesting. A lot of proof-based math videos I've done have got a lot of views. I think that may be a niche thing on YouTube. I think you know, I've done calculus videos. They're also getting good views. As I said, several hundred maybe, but not as much as the kind of cool math proof videos. And I think there are lots of people on YouTube doing pre-calculus and calculus, but maybe proofs is less saturated. So that sort of helped me. Doing some topics that have been a bit unusual has helped. I think that may be my experience, you know, like to kind of grow on YouTube, to do something a little bit different, you know, take a different angle on something. I think also regular uploads. I've tried my best, and I love the community on YouTube, that everyone who's watching my channel, I value so much. And I definitely, I've replied to every comment, I believe. If I haven't, then I apologize. Please let me know. I'll reply. Every time I get comments, I make sure to reply to every single one, because I really value the time everyone takes to make these comments. And actually at the beginning, I was hoping to get comments. And now it's like there were times where I'm just getting too many. And then it's, but I'm so grateful for that. And it just really means a lot to me. Yeah, in terms of the vision for the channel, I'm so happy to hit 500. It's growing pretty fast. And I'm looking forward to the next milestone, hitting 1,000 subs. And as I said, you know, if you've been watching my videos, drop a comment. I'd love to hear from you. As I said, I've replied to everything. I'd love to engage with you. I'd love to hear more about your math journey, where you're at. That's definitely something that would help me, you know, because I do want to, the whole point of the channel is to provide content for you. If you're watching right now, you've come for a reason, and I want to provide that reason for you. So if you let me know where you are at your journey, what you've been learning, I will do my best to kind of create content at that level. You know, definitely all the feedback I've received so far, whenever anyone, you know, I've had people who are learning, for example, math in schools, in colleges, and they've told me what they're learning, and I've tried to create videos for them. And I've in fact even created videos on questions that subscribers have worked on. And I'm so happy to do that, because it means a lot to me, especially in the beginning. Everyone is subscribed, you know, thank you so much. Having a few hundred subs it's easy to subscribe when someone has 1 million subs. It's like a social proof. I think that's another thing I will say. I think there is a social proof factor, because when you have a small channel, like when you have a few hundred views, people may not click on it. But at least I don't extrapolate to everyone, but that may be a psychological factor. But when my video, for example, took off and hit, like now it's at 13,000 views, the most viewed video on my channel, once it hit 1,000 views, it actually accelerated even more, which could be independent of the view count. But I also think once you see a video has 5,000 views after a day, you're more inclined, maybe people are more inclined to click on it than if it has 100 views after a day. So growing the sub base definitely helps, because that sort of shows it to subscribers, and then you naturally have a high view count right from the beginning, and that helps to kind of push it out to more people. So definitely I'm super grateful for you know, for all the support, and even the subscribers. I think, as I said, multiplied by 4 in a week or two. just goes to show that once you kind of start building it, it does get easier. So I want to encourage everyone who's thinking about a channel. It's not, you don't need to be fancy. You don't. Some people think that a lot of the top YouTubers, they have very fancy looking channels where they have all these fancy effects, etc. I don't think it's necessary. I think it's being authentic in front of the camera is important. I try to be authentic. The way I talk in front of the camera. The reason I'm creating this video is just to give you an idea of who I am. It's not just teaching the math. I haven't actually talked a lot about myself yet, mostly about my channel. Maybe I will do so as I get more subscribers. I will do a video eventually talking more about my journey, but I'm just trying to talk about my YouTube journey and sort of give you an insight into what it's been like, and to encourage you, if you're interested in starting a channel. It's super cool to try and it's just fun. It's not just about, it's not really about the views. Like, I've been talking a lot about the views, but I really enjoyed the process. I mean, even when, like the day before I got the surge 2 weeks ago, I was so happy. I was enjoying creating the videos. I had a video hit 200 views. That meant a lot to me. I mean, these small numbers mean seemingly small numbers. They aren't small. When a video gets 300 views, 300 people, or maybe less with multiplicity, but still a lot of people have watched it, and that really means so much to me. And my ultimate goal of creating the channel, a big motivation for me, is to create infinite free accessible math education. As I talk about in a lot of my videos in the outros, I really want to help people. I think, I'm very fortunate to have the opportunity to create these videos, and also to have learned the math that I have learned, and to have been exposed to it. It has been a blessing, and I'm lucky because many people don't have the opportunity, but they're super intelligent and smart. And I wanted to create this opportunity for people. I'm limited at the moment by internet access. Unfortunately, I cannot reach people who don't have internet access. But as my channel grows, as I have more resources, as I make income from the channel, I would like to help people. So that's really my main goal. One of my main goals certainly is to really help people. And I of course I enjoy the process. So there is also a selfish motivation that I do enjoy making the videos. I do love explaining math. It's so fun to have an audience, because whenever I've been learning math, I've been doing math for a long time, there's something exciting. You sort of, you can relate to this. You want to tell someone about it. Something you learn exciting, you want to tell someone about it. And I can just make these videos, and now I have an audience, which is a blessing. I can sort of share it with everyone, and at the same time help people. So that really means a lot to me. So I'm super grateful for all this support. I wanted to share more about my journey, and I'm looking forward to the next milestones on my channel. It's nice to see the progress. It sort of shows. I've uploaded 52 videos, so I've been very consistent in terms of uploading, and I think that's helped a lot. And it's definitely been, it didn't feel like hard work. Probably it has been hard work, a lot of processes. I guess technically speaking, I paid money and and invested time to make this channel, because I paid for the the microphone costs money, the whiteboard costs money, making the videos, it takes time and effort, but I enjoy it. I know I'm providing value to people, which means a lot to me. So that's perfectly fine for me, and I hope that as the channel grows, I can reach more people, help more people, and support more people. And if you've watched this far, it means so much to me. I've been talking for 24 minutes so far, but it really means so much to me. Thank you so much. It's people like you who've watched this far that have helped grow the channel. So I'm extremely grateful and extremely blessed for that. And I want to thank you so much. And drop a comment down below with your any thoughts you have about content. What about your journey? I'd love to learn more about you, and even I'd be interested in doing a Q&A at some point. If you have questions about my channel, I'll try to do personal questions later maybe, but if you have questions about my channel, about what it's like to be on YouTube, what it's like to create these videos, I'd love to do a Q&A video eventually and answer them. Maybe I'll do a separate video advertising that, but if you drop some questions in this video, then I will definitely do a video trying to address that. So I'm super excited for that too. So I'm wishing you all the best. I'm really hope I'm able to support you on this channel, because everyone, I know a lot of people watching, they're students in high school and college, and other people interested in math. And I really hope that this content is valuable and helping support you. I really want you to do well, and I want to help support you so that you ace all your exams and you love math and you benefit from it. Even if you just want to ace an exam, that's fine. I'm here to support you, to help you to learn. And I think it's super important. Math is a unique subject because I think it helps being able to think mathematically, thinking logically, rationally, is really powerful. It really helps in everything in life. It's not just in math. So it really serves you well. So many disciplines, a big problem that people have is they don't have the math background, even in disciplines which are very scientific, like maybe in physics or in other subjects, computer science, engineering. If you have the math background, you're a huge leg up. You have a huge advantage to be able to understand things uniquely, and even in other disciplines too. It's just super powerful. So I hope that regardless of your goals, these videos will be a big use, just to elevate you to higher levels of math thinking. So thank you so much for watching. Wish you all the best, and I'm super excited to see you in the next video. Check out my channel, lots of cool content, and try out stuff if you haven't seen it already. Stuff that seems a bit different from what you're learning. Try watching it, and let me know what you think, because I think there's lots of different math out there, and getting exposed to it really helps. You never know when something will come up. So I will see you soon. So thank you so much, and that's it for my 500 subscriber special YouTube journey. And looking forward to your comments and to seeing you in the next videos.